The Hindu editorial dictation heading is Release Wangchuk. Detention of peaceful activists does not serve national interest. Get ready? Start. The basis of good governance and democracy is that it provides enough leeway and wherewithal to address issues related to national security. The smart way to address a problem that started as a legitimate demand for greater autonomy in governance is not by misusing laws that allow for preventive detention against peaceful dissenters, but by finding a route to diffuse it. That does not mean that those who indulged in violence and arson in Ladakh during the protests for statehood and sixth schedule status should be separated the long arm of the law. Yet the center's detention of climate activists and social reformer Sonam Wangchuk under the National Security Act in response to the protests is wrong. Mr. Wangchuk has been a consistent and peaceful advocate for the legitimate democratic aspirations of Ladakh, which have found resonance across Leh and Kargil districts as well as religious, ethnic, and political identities. His recourse to non-violent dissent with sustained agitation for a legislature to address Ladakh's environmental and livelihood concerns is in keeping with the historical ethos of Indian politics established during and after the freedom movement, invoking a law that is intended to counter a threat to the security of the Indian state against a peaceful dissenter reveals a problematic intolerance for democratic expression. In recent judgments, the Supreme Court of India has repeatedly clarified that a clear distinction must be made between a law and order is issue and a threat to public order. The NSA, which is meant to address public order, pertains to acts that disturb the even tempo of the life of the community. There is no evidence to suggest that Mr. Wangchuk's activism reaches this benchmark. The center appears to have failed to apply its mind and reach a requisite subjective satisfaction as demanded by the court to show that his actions posed any real threat to public order. The center's response has clearly sought to conflate dissent with acts akin to sedition. Mr. Wangchuk's case is not an isolated one, as in the past, similar acts were used to stifle dissent and bypass due process, as was the case with the detention of Kashmir politicians following the abrogation of the special status of arrest while Jammu and Kashmir. Ladakh's aspirations for self-governance is genuine and requires the center's nuanced and empathetic response more so as it is a sensitive border region. The center must revoke Mr. Wangchuk's detention immediately and re-engage in a meaningful dialogue with the people of Ladakh. Not doing so will only precipitate another crisis. स्टॉप. सो इसी के साथ आपका डिक्टेशन समाप्त होते हैं यहाँ पे. आप जो आपका द हिंदू एडिटोरियल जो डिक्टेशन होता है उसमें आप इसमें वोकैबुलरी भी फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं और उसका मीनिंग देख सकते हैं. थैंक यू.